The professional speaking industry is a $2 billion industry, and the average keynote speaker fee for a corporate event is between $5,000 and $15,000. If you're charging $500 or worse, speaking for free, you're not being humble, you're being a liability to every speaker in the space trying to get paid fairly. Let's fix this. My name is Evolve Benton, and I'm a Yahoo Finance top 10 public speaking coach and the founder of Speaking for Profit University. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly why you're undercharging, what you're actually worth, and how to fix it starting today. So stay with me. So here's the truth that nobody in the industry wants to say out loud. Most speakers who are undercharging aren't doing it because they know their worth and value. They're doing it because somewhere along the way, someone made them feel like they should be grateful to just be on the stage. And I get it. I've been in rooms where I was the only one who looked like me, where I was told to build my brand first, where I was told to speak for exposure. And for a while, I got to be honest, I believed it. But let me tell you what's actually happening when you charge $500 for a keynote. Number one, you're pricing based on your personal finance and not the client's actual budget. You think, well, $500 sounds like a lot to me, without even asking their event budget actually is, and that's the huge mistake. Number two, you're treating your expertise like a commodity. You're selling your time on a stage when you should actually be selling your transformation that you're giving your audience and that event organizer. The moment you shift that framing, everything changes. Number three, you have most likely imposter syndrome, dressed up as humility. Staying small is not modest. Staying small is literally self-sabotage, and it's hurting the speakers who came after you and even the ones who have came before you, because you're training the market to expect low fees, low engagement. And I'm not saying that this is all your fault, but it is your responsibility to change it. And that's what we're here to do today. Let's talk about the real value of what you deliver to the stage. And when an organization hires a keynote speaker, they're not just paying for 45 minutes of someone babbling on stage. They're paying for years, sometimes decades of lived experience and expertise that you have condensed into a talk that moves people into action. They're paying for your intellectual property, your frameworks, your methodology, your stories. That's proprietary information. And you can't just Google what you bring to the room. This is literally your lived experience. It's audience transformation. Whether it's a company trying to reduce turnover or a conference trying to inspire their members to create change, or an association trying to upskill their people, the return investment on a great keynote is real and it's actually measurable. And here's what the markets actually look like. Corporate keynotes and it's from established speakers start anywhere between $5,000 and go up to $25,000. Some even go $50,000 and beyond. Association keynotes typically range from $3,500 to $10,000, and even nonprofits commonly pay $1,500 to $3,000 for quality speakers. So when you charge $500, you are not being reasonable. You are quite literally leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single booking. So let's say that you do 20 speaking gigs a year at $500. That's $10,000. Now imagine the same 20 gigs at $5,000. That's literally $100,000. Same calendar, same stages, and a completely different quality of life for you. So your question might be, how do you know what to charge? I'm going to give you my wealthy speaker method framework for setting your fees. And I want you to write this down. So take out your notebook if you haven't already gotten it out yet. There are three things to determine your speaking fee. One is going to be the market. Corporate events usually have a larger budget, and you should be charging your highest fee when it comes to that tier. Associations are mid-tier, and nonprofit and education institutions typically have a lower fee. And I want you to understand that lower fee does not mean free. Nonprofits still have a budget. Two, we're going to think about your deliverable. A 20-minute inspirational keynote is priced differently than a 90-minute interactive workshop or a half-day training with a workbook and a follow-up Q&A. should cost way more than a keynote alone. So you got to know your price and know what you're selling accordingly. And then 3 is all about your positioning. Are you a general motivational speaker? Are you the go-to expert on a specific topic like AI or wellness practices, or maybe even supporting people with retention? Simply starting with the framework moves you from entry level to expertise. If you're the expert speaker on a specific topic, the more niche and specific you are, the more that you can charge. So you got to own your own lane. So here's a simple framework. Entry level. If you're newer to the professional speaking circuit, I would suggest charging anywhere between $1,500 to $2,500, not starting at free. You want to go into entry level as a professional. If you're mid-tier, maybe you've done anywhere between 10 to 20 professional engagements under your belt, move between $3,500 and $7,500 for your opportunities. And if you're a premium speaker, you have media presence, you have your niche down, you have really strong client results, you should be charging anywhere between $10,000 to $15,000 and above. So think to yourself, where do you fall on that spectrum? Where does your track record land you? And where are you comfortable? Discomfort with your own fee is also a sign that you need to work on your mindset, not that you need to lower your price or lower your fee. I want to talk to you for a second, not as a business coach, but as someone who has been exactly where you are. There's a version of you that walks into every speaking inquiry thinking, I hope that they book me. I hope that they have a budget. And then there's a version of you that you need to become. The one who walks in thinking, let's see if we're a right fit. Let's see if we can actually collaborate. Speakers who charge $500 are thinking like performers. They need that validation. They need the booking. They're auditioning for their part. Speakers who charge $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, they're thinking like experts and consultants. They're thinking like business owners. They're solving a problem and they have a client base that they understand. And the client realizes that they're lucky to have access to them. I had a client, let's call her Renee, who's booking 2 to 3 talks a month at $350 to $500. She was exhausted, resentful, and she was really on the verge of quitting as a speaker altogether. We worked together to really reposition her and rebuild her speaker one sheet, rebuild her speech, and rebuild her confidence to anchor her fees and $4,500 for corporate engagements. Within 90 days, she had booked 2 corporate keynotes, same expertise. All she had was just different energy, different results, a different mindset, shifting from asking for a favor when it comes to a speaking fee to actually making an offer. So don't worry. I'm not going to leave you here with a whole bunch of inspiration and no plan. Here's exactly what I want you to do the next 7 days to get clear on your pricing. Step 1, I want you to audit your current fee. Pull up the last 5 speaking engagements you did. What did you charge? What type of organization was it? What was the event's budget? If you don't know the event's budget, that's the homework. Start asking. Step 2, research. I want you to compare other speakers. Go look at 3 to 5 speakers who do what you do and see what they're charging. Not to copy them, but to calibrate yourself. You might be surprised at how far off you are from the marketplace. And then number 3, I want you to go in and update your one sheet and your inquiry form with your new rate today. Not next month, not after your next talk, today. Because every day you wait is money that you are literally leaving on the table. And if you don't have a speaker's one-sheeter page or a system to manage your speaking inquiries, you and I probably need to talk, because that means that you're treating this as a hobby and not as a business. Here's what I know about you. You didn't start speaking because you wanted to be broke or to do this for free. You started it because you have something to say to the world that needs to be heard. And you know that your message can impact and change the world. And you deserve to be paid for it abundantly. If you're ready to stop guessing about your fees and start building a profitable speaking business with a community of speakers that doing the same work and having a great time doing it, if you're ready to stop guessing about your fees and start building a profitable speaking business with a community of speakers doing the same work, I want you to join us in the Profitable Speaker Circle. It's my community for speakers who are serious about building sustainable income from the stage. We talk fees, we talk strategy, we talk pitching, we talk positioning, and we hold each other accountable. So the link to join is right here in the description. Just click there, and it's a free community. We would love to have you. And if this video helped you, share it with the speaker you know who needs to hear this. Like it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. You're worth more than $500, and it's really time for you to start acting like it. Peace.